Hello, I'm Michael.
I'm Justin.
We're Beer on the Keyboard, and this is
A Bar Rant.
So, how's it going today, buddy? Damn, it's a fucking beautiful day here in the Willamette Valley.
It is a beautiful
Super
day
nice out.
indeed. Oh my gosh! And also the smell of this,
I cracked this truly, and it smells like grapefruit, like, immediately.
the taste of it, it really, literally, my nostalgia brain is crazy today. That's how I'm doing.
You got, like, a nostalgia trigger from that?
I literally was like, that just sent me to Southern California when I was like 6 years old.
Oh, yeah, when they
Hard.
still had citrus groves and you could smell them all. Yeah.
I-
Back before it became all freeways.
That was insane. Like I'm just a child hanging out at my grandparents outside by myself. Hey, that was crazy. That one I can remember. I got a memory with it.
You got a particular memory, yeah. Because we were talking earlier before we started recording that you got that flavor of June berries from that Red Bull, the artificial flavor of June berries.
Yeah.
It triggered something nostalgic, but you couldn't quite put your
No,
finger
it
on
was just a pleasant nostalgic feeling that I got from that.
And I was just telling you the toothpaste I just got gave me a fucking weird,
Right,
like,
toothpaste.
nostalgic thing.
You're
And I
just
was
like,
like, what? But what is that from? I was like,
Right?
I couldn't help but think of my dad, but I have no fucking reason why. Maybe he only bought Crest regular paste. Maybe that's why.
It's possible.
So growing up, whenever I was at my dad's house, I'd probably just brush my teeth with Crest regular.
Maybe because I couldn't have blueberries. My parents just fed me June berries, and I just wasn't aware of it.
You just didn't know. Yeah. Yeah, isn't there other things that are related to blueberries that are kind of similar, like huckleberries, right?
Huckleberries are
Aren't
literally
gooseberries in the same family too?
what?
Gooseberries are in the same
I
family
think
too.
gooseberries are too. No allergic reaction to those things.
Yeah, it's just
It's
something
just the blueberries.
particular in the blueberry. So strange. I'm glad I don't have any food allergies.
Oh, you should be.
That
It's
sounds like a nightmare.
The only thing I'm happy about with my food allergy is recently, as you're aware, I was like, I love food so much, and there's a particular thing I can't have.
Right. Or you'll die. Because you do get anaphylaxis with it. It's not
Oh.
just like rashy, right?
Oh no, yeah,
Your
it
throat closes up.
closes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could kill me.
Yeah.
There you go. You know,
You know, everyone.
what's your
my
poison?
biggest- yeah, what's your poison? Blueberries. One of my biggest fears, by the way, is just like finding out I'm allergic to something, like tasting a new food and then finding out I have like an anaphylactic reaction to it, or more medicine than food for me. Because I've had zero food allergies my entire life, but I do have a couple. I'm pretty sensitive when it comes to medicine, actually. There's a couple
Yeah.
things that I've noticed I've had reactions to, so
Is that also unfortunate? I don't take a lot of medicines.
fair. I mean, me either. I mean, I don't have a regular prescription or anything.
Right, but with that, I it's still like, yeah, that would suck. It's like, this is designed to help the world, except for you.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, fuck you.
Yeah, sulfa drugs and anything in like the penicillin family, I just can't take. And I'm like, that's a lot of broad spectrum antibiotics that I just are off the table for me.
Penicillin's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah. Anyway, great. I mean, we were talking about food, and it would have been a great segue into our topic for the day. You had a topic for us. You brought one to the table
yeah,
today. So enlighten everyone.
So I don't know why, but I've been thinking about this a lot. I love wings. I do know why I love wings. They're fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicken wings is a great product.
It is. And I like the design where they're sectioned, the wing sections, and you just order a basket of wings and you have that.
You ever go to a place that has full wings? Like they have the leg and the
They have
flat
the
attached
not
or
the
whatever.
leg. It's just
Yeah,
the drum, the
arm,
drumstick.
the wing, yeah. The
drumstick.
drumette. Yeah, my bad, not leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes. There's actually the pizza joint we like to go to. They do their broasted.
Jimmy G's. We can just call them Jimmy G's.
Jimmy G's, yeah.
Because that's not actually the name of the restaurant. So
At all. So they do the broasted chicken, and so if you order wings there, you're getting a full chicken wing. It's not sectioned out.
yeah, it's like they like break down that chicken into like all of its constituent parts. Like something you learn when you go into like cooking school is like how to process a whole thing and turn it into all of its particular parts that have different uses.
Yes.
And yeah, they just basically do that. It looks like.
Yeah. Okay.
Or they just get it processed. That I don't think they're back there
they're,
cutting up whole
they're
chickens.
definitely not back there
Yeah.
handling raw chicken. Well, yeah, they're not going through those steps. But still, yes, it's just it's your chicken wing. But I've never gone to a place where it's like, oh, come in and try our wings, where it gives you the whole.
That'd be cool.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
We once talked about a silly idea of having like just your own sauce bars that people access. And it was a whole bunch of different sauces that we discussed where you just order a bucket of wings, go, and you can mix your sauces how you want.
Oh yeah, we had it was like sauce on tap. I do remember this now. At first I was like, "What the fuck are you on
I know,
about?"
I know. This was
But no, I remember that now. We had like it was like a sauce on tap kind of idea. Like
Yeah.
instead of going to a soda fountain, you go to like the sauce
Sauce
fountain.
fountain? Yeah.
And with your bucket of wings that you picked up, that we always serve plain. You just like, how many wings do you want?
Yep.
We fry them up, give them to you, and then you just get whatever sauces
we
you
write
want to
your
go with
name on the bucket wrong. You're like, it's Steve, and we're like, Trev? Treve?
it. Order for trees? This is a drawing of a tree on here.
Yes. So I've been thinking about wings a lot. I want to eat more, in general, wings, and try different things with wings. But there's some stuff about wings that just for me, I'm like, what? Like people will order buffalo wings
Mhm.
and then be upset that they have wings with buffalo sauce on them.
Oh yeah, because like buffalo wings. So you know how in some cultures they call like every soda like Coke.
Coke.
Yeah,
Right.
like I'll have a Coke. That doesn't mean they want a Coca-Cola. It means they'll have like a pop or a soda or whatever you
yeah.
call it in your particular
Right.
region.
A bubbly fizzy syrup drink.
Yeah, bubbly fizzy syrup drink, exactly. And soft drink even, yeah, is more. Yeah, there we go.
That's
That's
right.
apropos. But yeah, people will get buffalo wings and they'll say the term buffalo wing as if they're referring to just the actual meat of the chicken, those pieces of chicken that have been
those
battered and
sections, those
deep-fried.
wing sections that
Yeah.
have been fried up, battered or not, but fried up. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, even with they typically use a thin batter on almost all wings, isn't there?
Just about.
Yeah,
You don't. It's not necessary.
not necessary. Yeah, but anyway, yeah.
But-
so that's
but,
a regional
yeah.
thing. Yeah, here in Oregon, people tend to say buffalo wing a lot, referring to any wing.
Any wing.
I'll have the barbecue buffalo wings, please. People will say shit like that all the
I'm
time.
like, yeah, barbecue and buffalo together is fucking fire.
I mean, yeah, it's true.
but also, you don't know what you're doing right now.
yeah,
and like, it's okay to do that, but for me, it just boggles me because you're like, what is this sauce? Buffalo sauce? What is this? A buffalo wing? No, it's a buffalo if you put the buffalo sauce on there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a barbecue wing or a, I don't know, ranch wing. Pick a fucking thing. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
But I like the idea of different flavors, different varieties, that sort of thing. It also bothers me. I don't know why I bothered, but I am. I love food, obviously.
No, naturally. I mean, we
But-
both picked professions in it.
But I love wings. I've always loved the wing. Growing up, it was my favorite part of the chicken. When we were doing chicken, I'm like, I want the wings. Turkey, I'm like, give me the wings.
Oh, okay. I'm not much of a turkey wing guy, but heard. Okay.
I'm not much of a turkey guy, but also being my size, imagine me as a small child, which would be just me now,
Yeah.
only younger.
But younger, yeah, with that less beard. Not gone, just less.
Yeah, less
Yeah,
beard
it's more patchy.
to show
it was
that
more patchy when you were 8.
show that I'm a child. Being like, yeah, I will have the 2 turkey wings, and I'd sit there and I'd eat 2 turkey wings at Thanksgiving every year.
Hit it with Frank's Red Hot too.
Yeah, I had the buffalo turkey
You
wings.
mix the Frank's Red Hot into your gravy and make like toss them in sauce.
Oh my god, yeah.
This sounds kind of good,
I would
actually.
eat the
I'd fuck
fuck out
with
of that.
Yeah, I'd mess with that.
Come on. But I just, because I've always it bothers me that with the wing sections, I understand they're not going to give you the tip of the wing I think it should come. I would like if I were the idea of getting that whole wing, I like the idea of it being sectioned off already, because then you get a little more batter to it when you fry it up, and a little more coverage on your sauce.
Yeah.
Don't have to
More
worry about
surface
that
area.
tear.
Yeah.
But I want the little tips to come with it. I like the wing tip.
Okay, so the wingtip is mostly cartilaginous. There's a lot of there's not a lot of good meat on there.
There's not.
But more and more people are becoming aware of food waste, and that places that are processing and breaking down these chickens to make just wings, they are effectively throwing that out. Like, what are they doing with that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're just going to throw that away.
Yeah, that wing tip. Like, what are they doing with that? Maybe they send it off to their cat food factory next door or some shit. Who
I mean,
knows?
if they're not going to serve
in the
it,
same building.
which don't get me wrong, like if you were to just serve it out there, people are going to be like, I don't know what to do with this. Like I literally eat around. There's like 2 little bones in there, and then a bunch of fatty, juicy goodness that's real crispy because it's a lot of skin.
Yeah.
It's very delicious.
Like skin and tendon, effectively. Yeah.
There's not a lot there, so I get not serving it. But what you do with that, if you're breaking it down yourself, you're making your chicken stock with that.
Oh yeah,
Like
100%.
you throw that in with even if you're not making chicken stock. I don't know why you wouldn't be if you're breaking down your
Breaking
chicken.
down a whole chicken, then yeah,
probably
you should
making-
make chicken stock. Again, food waste is an issue, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. So do something with that. But then also, you know, if you're going through that trouble anyway, you may as well fancy it up, man. Like keep making stuff with the whole chicken you just purchased.
Yeah, do all the different things you can, because I mean, like even play with that little part that you feel like I love it. It's so good, especially after you fry it. Even if you bake it, it comes out so crispy and delicious. You fry that fucker up, oh my gosh,
Yeah, for real.
it's like a little chip,
a little chicken chip.
chicken chips.
Remember those chicken chips? So yeah, the boss of the day job did like the keto thing for a while and still kind of is kind of off and on. But yeah,
Sort of.
yeah. But remember that he brought in, it was like totally like animal protein, like snack chips. It was like entirely based, like there was no wheat or gluten or corn
There
or
wasn't
anything
even,
in there.
I don't even think there's like potato. Like there's no starch in there.
There's no
right?
starch at all. There's like no carbohydrates
Yeah,
in there.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it was.
I mean-
purely like it's. I mean, we have pork rinds, right? That's a thing.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, you have.
It's funny that you're talking about this and you mentioned the boss, because when he first started the keto diet, when he first did it, and he was all like, "Dude, I've been eating a lot of pork rinds." I was like, "Cool." He's like, "I miss fried chicken." I was like, "Uh-huh." So what you do is you break those up and you use that for your breadcrumb as opposed to a breadcrumb.
Oh fuck yeah!
If
Oh,
you have
fuck
not,
you stop.
you've never.
I've never done that. No,
So
I've done.
let's do
I've done-
fried chicken.
I've done-
We should make fried chicken.
I mean, we absolutely should make something. Yeah, we've been talking
I
about even
know.
doing an episode or a
I'm
live
saying
stream or something where
fried
we
chicken.
cook together. Yeah.
Let's do fried chicken.
Okay.
We can do different breadings.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's fuck her. I love chicken.
I've done a flaming hot Cheeto fried chicken before, and that
Oh,
turned
same.
out super good.
Delicious. So have you
the
done
cornmeal just already is good on it.
right?
but,
Have you
yeah.
have you done other chips other than flaming hot Cheetos?
No, I've done the cornflakes thing before,
I've
which
done
turns out really
cornflakes.
good. I don't think I really messed around with other chips.
Oh, so I've done flaming hot. I've done
Okay.
Cheez-Its.
Okay.
Pork rinds. Pork rinds are fantastic, by the way. Cause
Sure, that's wonderful. Yeah.
I mean, fucking, they're pork rinds. You're getting that pork skin. Let's see what else. I've done just regular potato chips, Lay's, classic Lay's potato chips.
okay.
Um,
Favorite potato chip. I love the classic Lay's.
that's a great fucking chip. What was the other?
If I go to hamburger or sandwich side right there, it's just classic Lay's. I like salt and vinegar a lot too, though.
Brain's just like, fuck you. You mentioned the Cheetos, Cheez-Its, Lay's, pork rinds, and there's another one. It's not cornflakes. No, it's chip. But
Nothing, drawing a blank.
yep, it's,
good.
it's gone.
Yeah.
That chip will. I'll think of that chip later tonight
Yeah.
and be like, ooh, I'm gonna go buy this chip.
Off the top of my head, I think that sun chips would actually be a really good breading.
Pick this idea. I've never
Yeah.
done it. I'm thinking when you said that too. I'm thinking of the onion, the French onion.
Oh, the
sun
French
chip.
onion sun chips.
I think
yeah,
that would
that's
be
a great idea.
great fried. Because obviously the cheddar, the harvest cheddar would be
Yeah, that's your go-to, right?
go
That's
to.
obvious.
Because like I said, Cheez-Its
Yeah.
was great. But no, I think the French onion would be a lot of fun.
Don't they have like a garden vegetable flavor
They've
one too?
got
It's like a sun-dried
gar-
tomato
garden
with
salsa.
salsa. That's what it's called, garden
Yeah,
salsa. I think
that's
that
very,
would be good
that
too.
would be delicious. Ooh, fry some chicken up.
Yeah.
I feel like there was more to the chicken thing. I guess I just wanted to talk to you about chicken.
That's
apparently.
fine. This is going back to our roots when we first started
I know,
podcasting, where we
right?
would just be like, we'd be upstairs in the studio and we would be so fucking hungry because we'd be drinking beer and recording all
Not e-
afternoon.
I know, not even hungry right now.
Yeah, not me either. Yeah.
But I fucking love food.
But also, we're cooks as our day job. For people who are just finding out about us from YouTube or whatever, like we're cooks for our day job, and we will both work at the same place even.
Yep.
And in fact, our regular Steve, who's here with us quite often, is the bar manager at the same restaurant that we all work at. So we all work together, and that's how we kind of got to know each other. Because we're adults. When you hit your mid to late 30s, you don't have friends other than the people you work with, right? So how this whole thing kind of got started, though. And yeah, I mean, like, of course we're going to talk about food because it's something that we're always thinking about. And even, maybe if we don't have maybe as much passion as we used to as far as commercial cooking is concerned.
Still have a passion for cooking and the food itself.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I knew exactly where you're going with that. 100% a fact.
Like commercial cooking has become, this is a job. I clock in, I do my work, I go home. It's like factory work at this point for me.
Could easily like revive that passion if the steps were taken to be like, you know what, I'm leaving here. It's just it feels worse because you say commercial cooking, and I'm like, yeah, that's what makes it feel like a job. That's what it is, though. It's just a job.
I mean, I feel like if there were some sweeping changes and overhauls to our menu from top to bottom, I would get more excited about where I could still work at. But
exactly, but that's not.
It's not going to happen.
That's not happening.
I want to sit here and just talk
Nope.
about our day job all the time.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, chicken wings though are a fascinating thing. Buffalo obviously comes from upstate New York, if I remember correctly. The buffalo wing.
Literally, the buffalo wing is buffalo sauce. Is from Buffalo, New York.
But they call them hot wings on the East Coast.
They do call them hot wings.
Yeah.
Unless you order them with hot wings with buffalo sauce on it.
Yeah.
It's a buffalo hot wing.
Yeah, there we go.
But the buffalo is from, which it got shortened to just calling it buffalo wings, which is, it's also in the East Coast for them when you get it sauced.
Yeah.
They say the sauce wing.
Right.
And that's why I'm like barbecue wing, buffalo wing, garlic parmesan wing.
Yeah.
Dad's shitty diaper wing. Pop's having some problems.
Is that the curry wings?
It's the yellow curry wings.
Wings tossed in a yellow curry sauce actually sound fucking good.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You want it saucy? Great. Don't want it saucy? Do just dry curry.
Yeah, do the
Just do
curry,
curry
like
powder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, turmeric, cumin,
Yeah.
little salt, spice.
You can make your own curry powder.
Your own
easily.
garam masala kind of a deal.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's easy. But but yeah, so but it originated. Buffalo is where they made the buffalo sauce, but it's also where like the idea of sectioning off the wings and the hot wings hold that that also originates from Buffalo, New York.
Breaking them down their parts of the
And
drumette and the flat.
Yeah, and
okay.
and serving that up as have this to get your appetite going before you eat.
yeah. I was gonna say, was it designed as an appetizer, or is it more designed as like, here's a cheap cut basically that we can cook up real fast?
Here's a thing that we can give you a shareable thing for a table to go out and enjoy and that sort of thing. Like the idea of appetizers makes sense if you look at how food works in the level of like courses.
And also, if you look at how food works from like a scientific standpoint too, like the way the human body reacts to certain foods makes us more or less hungry.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the hot wing or the buffalo wing in particular, is a very vinegary, acidic sauce that has a little spice to it too. And all these things help to it starts your mouth salivating, and it starts your stomach not expanding necessarily because there isn't really glucose involved, but it does help your stomach kind of start to prepare for the rest of the food that's going to be in it because of that acid buildup.
Yes.
I mean, it might even actually make your stomach kind of start to try and neutralize all of that acid, and therefore make food less digestible. So it might have a counter effect there, but
it will help you fill up faster with the smaller portion.
yeah.
Because of the vinegar and all
Yeah.
of that.
But I mean, look at salads with that have a vinaigrette, and that just that whets your appetite and makes you
yeah,
want to
you're
consume
like,
more
okay,
food.
now I'm ready to eat.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, like you said, the reason the courses make sense, understanding that in food, but also it's because of the science behind it.
Yeah.
But it still seems crazy that like appetizers and people are what the most common thing for appetizers are like, here's some bread to start your meal.
Right. And that's just a filler.
Like to fill up.
Yeah.
Here's your breaded cheese.
Oh, bro. So
And I'm like, you're killing me right now.
I'm gonna fucking just say it out there. Mozzarella sticks have been talked about a lot in like the internet, like social media sphere lately.
Seriously,
and-
I had no idea.
And people have been talking about them a lot in a very good context. I'm not a fan of this product, and I've seen some people make counter arguments to the mozzarella stick, being like, "Yo, they are." If somebody went up to you and said, would you like to eat 5 or 6 string cheeses with me?" You'd be like, no. And it's like, what if I bread them and deep fry them? You're like, okay, I'll have a few. You're like, what?
Yeah. So seriously though, I'm not saying it's a bad product as far as it's breaded deep fried cheese.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm white and American.
yeah,
I like this product.
right.
However, I'm not starting my meal with this. Fuck off. That's a part of my meal, and I want 1 or 2, maybe, depending on how big they are. And honestly, just the one, because it's rich as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's so filling.
So filling, yeah.
How I just don't understand how people are like, I'll have 5 of these, and then I'll eat a whole ass fucking hamburger with a side of steak. It's like
Ridiculous, dude. I think the only thing that really works with the mozzarella stick when it comes to being a proper appetizer is the fact that they always come with marinara,
the marinara.
as a dipping sauce.
Right.
And that dipping sauce is going to add your acid, and it's going to help balance out the rest of your meal. But it doesn't work that way when you're dipping fried cheese into
Deep
it.
fried.
'Cause it's literally acting just to balance the fried cheese
It's
you're
just-
consuming, not the rest of your meal, you know?
Like, well, mozzarella, it's, the cheese stick, the mozzarella cheese stick works as an appetizer if, say you're with a group of 5 people and there's 5 of them and
Yeah.
everyone has one.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. That works because you're not going to fill up on the one,
Yeah,
but it is going to make you more hungry after you eat the one.
right.
Because you're like, I'm already here. I'm hungry. And then you eat that and you're like, I want more food now. So that's it. I don't know. That is either a meal or it goes with your meal. It's not an appetizer. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Like,
there's
I'm
so
not a
many-
monster either. I don't hate the mozzarella stick as a
No,
concept.
no.
I think that is fine. I've fucked with them before, of course. I've just I don't know. They don't turn me on. They don't do anything for me.
I'm
kinda
definitely not
whatever
excited.
about 'em.
That's-
Yeah.
Like, how about onion ring?
So low quality often. That's my issue with mozzarella sticks. Is that nobody's like, very rarely do you go to a place where they're like taking string cheese and fucking battering it by hand and deep frying it. No, they're
Let's just make some fried foods, bro.
they're just throwing.
go.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I got a deep fryer, a little one.
Oh shit! All right, cool.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, we'll bust that out if we do the chicken thing, regardless. Yeah, so nobody's doing shit by hand with a lot of these. Some places are. There's this place
Sure.
in Vegas that actually got a bunch of notoriety. Actually, after the Super Bowl was there because people flocked to Vegas and were wandering around. And there's this
It's
little
weird. Finally, Vegas is getting some draw.
Finally, Vegas is getting some attention, right? No.
Thanks, NFL.
Yeah.
Saving that small town of Las Vegas,
It was
Nevada.
really the Super Bowl that did it. Yeah. Anyway, there's this little hole in the wall like pizza place that does these mozzarella sticks, where they take this gigantic fucking mozzarella. They're $13 each per stick. And that's because they take this gigantic fucking log of mozzarella, roll it in an egg wash, roll it in breadcrumbs, and then repeat that process 2 more times. And this is like a house breadcrumb that's seasoned by them. They do everything by hand. Deep fry this whole fucker and sell them to you one at a time. But
Yeah.
that's like good walking around food right there. I'm like, I fuck with that for sure.
I'll carry this log around with me.
Log of cheese
I'll
that's
carry this
rapidly
log that's going to
congealing.
eventually turn into a log.
It went from a moist log to a to a dried out shitty log.
Oh man.
Then you shit it out, and it's like it's a moist log again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, like there's so many appetizers though that it's breaded stuff, and it's like why?
And deep fried stuff. So many heavy things.
Like yeah, I don't like already frying it in oil. That shit is going through you fast. The
Yeah.
oil is going through you fast. It's not doing your body any good. It's not helping you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to bread something and eat that to start your meal. Like you're going to be full. You end up with eating half your meal because you're trying to save room for dessert, but also you're fucking full. And you got all this shit to take home with you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do any of that. And here in America, we have large portions, right?
Huge. Yeah. Enormous at times.
But even with that, those portions wouldn't seem so large or be so large, or like if you didn't start with your appetizer being something more than a salad or a soup that
Yeah.
flows nicely and sits and reacts appropriately. Wings as an appetizer? No. Wings as a snack when you go out and have some drinks?
Yeah.
Great.
pub
All
food,
of
it's
these
bar food.
things that we sell as appetizers on the mass in general, I'm like, that's not an appetizer. That is a snack you have later, well after dinner is done
Yeah.
and gone, and you're just having some drinks and having some food.
Yeah.
Just little light snacks.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with you. Yeah. There's this weird just culture that we have in America where it's just like let's get the heaviest shit and eat that first.
Oh, deep fried Twinkies. That means that's not a dessert. I'll have 4 deep fried Twinkies and then I'll order dinner.
Here's the fried chicken stuffed with mozzarella sticks served on a bed of fried Twinkies. with a deep fried Snickers glaze gastrique over the top.
Let's go. I will eat this for dinner.
Yeah, you would.
I'll attempt to eat this as an appetizer and then attempt to have dinner afterward.
Have a coronary, dude.
Like, look, I like food. I love food. I like a food challenge, and this sounds stupid. So that makes it a challenge.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a challenge.
The biggest problem is, even if I get only halfway through this ridiculous appetizer, it will be a challenge afterwards.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing you've eaten kind of recently? Like, we're getting kind of towards the ass end of this episode.
Oh, yeah,
And so
definitely.
it's like, I'm just going to just pose that question out there. What's the weirdest thing you've eaten recently? Either a combination or what?
I can't think. I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind.
Okay.
Oh. But I also like to experiment a lot, so I have done some weird stuff. I just can't. Nothing's like stands out as weird to me recently. What about you?
I mean, I had something immediately, but that's why I
The-
posited the question for you
Yeah,
first.
I figured the question
Yeah.
popped in there because of a reason, but yeah.
So I tried a like kind of like a viral food trend.
Okay.
I guess it didn't really go viral, but it was somebody who's a very popular content creator who created this dish, and my lady wanted to try it because it sounded. I was like, I heard it, and I was like, that does sound kind of good. I will fuck with that. So it is a waffle made out of cornbread batter that you top with chili and sour cream and cheddar cheese and all the fixins that go on chili. So I made a beanless chili from scratch. So I used like what you'd make for a chili dog or for a the fuck do they call that out in Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Yeah, the three-way or whatever the fuck they call it,
Whatever,
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, where it's chili and spaghetti. So I made like that kind of style of chili. We did the cornbread waffles, and it was weird. The sweetness from those cornbread waffles was way too much for the chili. Like I should have either made my chili like spicy as fuck, which I just made it kind of like mild and normal, like how I'd make it if I was. I don't know. I call the chili that I make from scratch like third place at a chili cook-off chili because it's just like kind of like fucking like I slap something together and it's everything is made from scratch and it works well together, but there's nothing that makes it stand out.
It's third place along with all the other third place chilies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mean third place at like a good chili cook-off. I mean third place at like your local, like the church down the street is hosting a chili cook-off or some shit. You know what I mean?
I'm taking third and a half.
3.5. It's worse.
Is it? I don't know.
I feel like that's worse.
I feel like it is too.
3.5. But anyway, it just did not work together, and I liked all the individual parts. I just didn't like it together as one dish. And I'm not like one of those people who gets weird about sweet and savory. I like flavor combinations. I like
Sweet and savory works together for a reason.
in certain ways it does. And so,
But
yeah, if it's balanced.
Like you said, it felt like it was unbalanced.
Yeah, it was really unbalanced, and I didn't really dig it that much. The cornbread waffles on their own, everyone should go and fucking try that. Bake cornbread batter like you normally would, put it in a fucking waffle iron. It's phenomenal. It's delicious.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
And then I took that same batter that I had left over and just did them like pancakes, like Johnny cakes, basically.
Oh, yeah. Also for that.
Delicious.
I would whip up honey butter and put it on top of that cornbread waffle and eat that.
I didn't fuck around with any honey. I just put butter and good maple syrup. I had some good stuff kicking
yeah,
around.
sure,
so just some
sure.
honey and some good maple on there, and it was delicious.
You said cornbread waffle. My brain was all like, I have this honey butter that I want to make, and yeah, I'm going to put honey butter on there.
Yeah.
So-
But if you took that, though, I think that if there was if it wasn't a store-bought cornbread mix and was something that was a little more savory, or even like a jalapeno cornbread.
I was gonna say, like, you can add to your cornbread, even
Yeah.
if you're getting a store bought, add to your cornbread mix. Like, you can make that a little more savory
Yeah.
and go from there. And then I also, instead of like straight up using syrup, I would use syrup, but I would use syrup. I imagine you didn't with the chili.
Oh, no.
'Cause
No,
you
no,
had
no.
the chili on top?
The syrup was just in the context of having it on its own. Yeah.
But I would add something to the cornbread mix to make it a little more savory. And then I'd also add to the chili to make it find that balance to bring its sweetness a little bit.
Okay, so-
maybe use like some sweet peppers in there.
Bring
and
up
then
the savory of the
the cornbread
cornbread,
waffle
bring down
down.
the savory of the
Yeah,
chili a little bit.
to
yeah.
bring that balance in there.
Bring it more in the
and
middle.
also kind of meld them together. I also would do it with heat, like definitely.
Yeah,
I
it
can't
wasn't-
imagine it without a spice to it.
I mean, the chili had a little spice, but it wasn't anything crazy. Like
I want that kick where, I have like 5 or 6 bites of it and you can feel it a little bit just under your eye.
Here's what I'm thinking too: is man, if I didn't fuck around with the cornbread batter at all and just kept it as sweet as it was, but made my chili hot as fuck,
That
it
would
would
work.
actually kind of work.
That would work really well
Yeah.
because it's sweet and spicy, and that I mean, that's a different level than sweet and savory.
Mm-hmm.
But sweet and spicy, like that the spicy counteracts that sweetness. What everything's happening in here
Yeah.
that you're experiencing, like that.
Your palate starts to crave that sweet from all the spice,
Yeah.
and kind of vice versa.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah. Anyway,
That's
good talk.
fun.
Good food talk with you, bud. Thanks for bringing that to the table. Pardon the pun.
no, I will not pardon it.
Until next time, huh?
Cheers.
Cheers.